Red money.
Grab that $2 bill you've got stashed somewhere in your closet and see if it has a green treasury seal and serial numbers or red ones. They're green, probably worth just $2. But if it were red, you'd really have something.
I have one.
What do you know about Red Seal $2 bills?
Nothing.
Hey everyone, it's John, director of the $2 Bill documentary. Welcome to the first in a new series of videos where I answer your questions about the $2 bill. If you have a question you'd like me to answer, you can comment on this video or go to the community page on this channel and leave your question under the appropriate post. If I use your question in one of my future videos, I'll send you a crisp new $2 bill. So our first question comes from YouTube user Manchester United 212, who asks, what's up with the red ones? Well, Red Seal $2 bills are most commonly those issued between 1928 and 1963. The red seal is the main indicator that the bill was
I got the last year they made them.
as a United States note, which it clearly states above Thomas Jefferson's head.
I have one.
Today's green seal $2 bills, which are known as Federal Reserve notes. But let's go back in
I have a red
time
one.
for a minute. Soon after the Civil War, America's first legal tender act authorized most forms of currency to be designated as United States notes, issued by the Treasury and backed only by faith in government, not in silver or gold as they had been before. United States notes were
Nixon.
issued in all denominations,
Truman. It was
featured
Nixon.
the words United States note somewhere on the bill, and also carried a red seal. In 1913, the Federal Reserve System was implemented. Printed money was now issued to and to be distributed by any of the 12 Federal Reserve banks. Even though most new currency notes were now...
Okay, so in my area, it's G. G for Chicago. Actually, you see here, I got a $1 bill in my pocket. You see, I got a $1 bill over here in my wallet. You see here, I'm curious. This is a normal $1 bill on my wallet, okay? You see here, I'm curious. What will it say? Okay, here's a $1 bill on my wallet. I for Minneapolis, Minnesota. It says it right there, guys. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Right there in my bill. It says there, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, I do know $1 bills actually have the treasury they're from. They have the letter and stuff. I know, for example, G is for Chicago. Thing is, though, only $1 bills say what meant for from. All their states don't tell you that. I mean, like a $5 bill or a $20 bill or a 10, they won't have that. I'll have one in my pocket. I only carry ones with me, so yeah. Now, let's talk more about that red note. Now, back to that red note. Now, G is Chicago, and there's a few other states, but yeah.
Now to be labeled as Federal Reserve notes, there was a legal requirement to keep a certain number of United States notes in circulation. In 1928, when currency was shrunk down in size and redesigned, only 1s, 2s, and 5s were issued as United States notes, keeping that red seal.
This is a 1928 series.
Even mine says Federal Reserve notes.
Legal tender.
Even my one says Federal United States on top of it.
Just stark white with that big
cool.
red seal, and it pops. And I just really love this note.
Monticello, Jefferson's home in Charlottesville, Virginia, was placed on the back of the $2 bill. There were over 430 million $2 bills printed in the 1928 series. Soon after its printing, though, the bill began to lose popularity during an era known as the Great Depression.
During the 30s, even though people are hoarding cash, they don't want twos. They're turning them back into the Treasury. People became far more comfortable with using ones. And responding to demand, the Treasury started issuing more ones and more ones.
It would be another quarter century before more $2 bills were printed. The 1953 series featured a slight redesign, with a shifting of the red seal and a reduction of the large lettered 2, just to name a few. 10 years later, the 1963 series was issued, with only 2 minor changes. The legal tender disclaimer on the front of the bill was shortened, and on the back, the words "In God We Trust" were added. But with diminishing demand came decreased printing runs. The 1963 series saw just 18.5 million notes printed, so in 1966, the bills were discontinued.
By executive order,
Yep, just to make them.
removed from circulation.
When a new $2 bill was released for the bicentennial in 1976, it was finally a Federal Reserve note, with green seals and a new design on the back. So where did that leave the red seal bills? Because they're from a system of United States notes that no longer exists, they're often removed from circulation when they get back to banks. But that rarely happens anymore, since most people are aware that these are a unique kind of $2 bill?
Worth
There
money.
are probably very few United States note $2 bills that are actually being spent into circulation by private citizens at this point. Most people who have them probably know that they're worth a bit more than their face value. They keep them as collector's items.
I do.
Or maybe perhaps want to sell them for some kind of a premium.
If you really want a Red Seal $2 bill, you can undoubtedly find one at a coin and currency show in your city. Or
Not
perhaps
this city.
just look on eBay. There are plenty to go around. I hope that answers your question, Manchester United 212. For the rest of you, I look forward to reading your questions and potentially answering them
Yeah.
in a future video. In the
Red print.
meantime, here's